Yo, what's up, everybody? This is TeknoBlast. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And today I'm going to talk about the Xbox One S, the all digital version. We keep hearing news about it's coming out soon, I think in May, and then sometime in April we'll be able to pre order it. Nothing official has come out from Microsoft, but if these articles keep coming out, I guess it's safe to assume that it's a real thing. It's actually going to come out in May or, sometime after May. So are you ready for an all digital Xbox One? Me? I am. The majority of my games are already um, digital anyways. I can count with my hands how many physical games I actually own. And that kind of tells you that I've kind of abandoned the physical format for the all digital. Digital is the future. Whether you like it or not, it's coming. It's getting pushed harder now by these platforms. It's the way PC games went. You used to get a disc from the store, you pop it in and into your computer, you play a game, and you're good to go. But now that pretty much is obsolete. You just download it from Steam or some other download client, and you're good to go. Same thing with music. We accepted music for whatever reason much easier, um, digital music much easier than we are with games. People are still kind of pushing back on digital games for whatever reason. But with music and movies, people are accepting it more, and I just don't understand it. So I like for someone to put in the comment section why you're pushing back on digital games. Uh, is it because of that kind of ownership feeling that you're actually owning a physical copy of the game? Could be it. I know I was for a while. I had a huge library of physical games, but then I traded them all in so I can get Microsoft points so I can buy the digital games. Now, the digital version that's coming out, it's going to be the Xbox One S, not the X. So, looking at prices right now that's out there, you can get a pretty good deal on the S for $199. I assume the digital version of the S will have to be around $149 maybe a tad bit cheaper. Just, I don't know, it just depends. I mean, we haven't even seen what the prices are. I think for me the sweet spot would be $149. I mean, that's a good deal. And they would have to include, well, they're already including several games from what I've seen. Uh, but also, if they're going to push their Xbox Game Pass service, they have to include more than just 1 month. 1 month is just not going to do it. And they maybe 3 minimum to give them some time to download all those games and try out the service. For at least 3 months, not just one. So since the digital version of the Xbox One is going to be without a disk drive, it's safe to assume that it's going to be smaller than the current S that does have a disk drive. And if it does, I think it would be great for travel. Maybe a little, somewhat thicker. I mean, how can I say this? Maybe a couple thickness of a laptop. Could be. I don't know. We haven't seen dimensions either. So we really haven't gotten any official word from Microsoft to tell us what the dimensions are and the price. But if it's half the size of what the S is right now, I mean, you could throw that into your luggage if you want to, or even a carry-on bag without taking up much room, and take your portable hard drive to keep all your digital games in. And that's perfect for for traveling. Of course, you got to unpack it at the airport and go through TSA and the conveyor belt and all that jazz. But much easier than what you have now with the S and the X. Now, one thing that you will have to have, since this is an all-digital version of the Xbox One, will have to be a very reliable internet connection. It's going to be dependent. It's just the way it is. This version of the Xbox is going to be. You're going to need a very reliable. So all the ones that are, crying foul about, well, what about us that have caps? Well, maybe it's not for you. It's simple as that. If you're concerned about your connection, you're concerned because you're out in the sticks and you don't, you still on DLC or DC. I forgot what the old version of the internet connection is. But if you don't have it, then this is really not for you. You better stick to the one with the disk drive. Also, realize that if you're gonna have an all digital and you're gonna travel with it for any reason and don't have an internet connection, where you're gonna be for whatever reason, you're at grandma's house, she don't have internet, but you have your Xbox and you want to play, you gotta set that Xbox to your home Xbox, because then you can play your games. Otherwise, it's gonna think that it's not a purchase game. Just a few things to think about. Alright guys, so I'd like to hear your opinions, your thoughts on this all digital version of the Xbox One S. If it's $149, like I mentioned earlier, I'll buy one so I can check it out. I know it's not going to be any different than the other Xbox I have, but I'm very interested in this version because I'm all about digital games now. Alright guys, I'm TeknoBlast. You can always reach me out on Twitter at TeknoBlast. And until then, I'm out.